Sometimes we'll have patients that will present in foot clinic and there's not a lot to cut off. As you can see, I went through each nail, looked at what I could cut, and sometimes those patients are what I call filers. And so the filers are basically patients whose nails tend to grow up and get thicker versus grow out. So when you don't have that growing of the outward of the nail, there isn't a lot to cut off. So don't feel like you aren't doing your service if you're not cutting the nail, so to speak, because filing does a lot for these patients. As you can see, this patient has the hammer toes, and with that, the nails have begun to kind of bend with the nail bed as they grow out, and so they're just kind of growing a little bit thicker. And so when it comes to these types of patients, I will file them more than cut, as you will see. And I just use, sometimes I'll use a regular nail bit. Sometimes I'll use my hurricane bit to file them down just to kind of get a little bit of the extra thickness off of the nail and stuff. This patient may be missing, I can't tell. I want to say they may be missing their second toe, and I think my memory serves me right, I think they had it surgically removed, probably because of that bunion. I'm going to guess that second toe was probably had crossed over the great toe, as we see a lot of times with bunions, and so I bet that toe was giving them issues. I can't remember from memory, pulling on videos and just trying to upload them all, so it's hard to tell, but I think that's most likely the case. And this is the hurricane bit that I'm using here just to file off that thickness. And you just basically kind of go around that toenail and get some of that skin off of there too, and just file it down. And even just filing does a great deal for these patients. As you can see, there's not a lot on that great toe to cut either, so I'll file the whole nail with that. And that is what I call the hurricane bit. I don't know where I picked up that term. I don't know if it was, I'd overheard it or something, but it always stuck with me because it kind of is a hurricane. And I just file the skin areas and stuff. A lot of times they'll have some dry skin on that bony prominence from that bunion. There's a transmetatarsal callus right there. And that's because the metatarsal heads have dropped, is why that's there. Very common in aging. And that's it.